Guys, this is Frank again. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about how to host static websites using a service called Netlify. So you might ask me why another tutorial for hosting static websites, since we did one already lastly in Heroku series. Yeah. So if you recall correctly, what we did with Heroku is actually we did have to actually handle some server backend logic. So we have to use Python Flask framework to create a backend for our static files. But with Netlify, it's just amazing, just works, completely hands free. So you don't have to handle any backend server logic, it just works. And so if your website is simple, just having HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, I think you should really consider using Netlify as a hosting platform. Yeah. So I've been personally using Netlify for 2 years now, mostly for my personal websites and personal projects. I've been really enjoying ever since. I think I trust they're doing a fantastic job. What they're doing is mind blowing. I'm just a believer of what they're doing. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so that's why I think today is a time for me to really give a shout out to Netlify. Yeah. So with that being said, let me go ahead and get started. So before we get started, we will need set up something, set something up here. So you will need a GitHub account. So I assume most of you do have a GitHub account. So if you don't, then go ahead and sign up for a GitHub account. Then second, we will need a Netlify account. Yeah, so that actually comes by default. Yeah, so if you signed up for a GitHub account, so you can actually log into Netlify using your GitHub account. Yeah, so that's very simple. And thirdly, so you will need to install Git in your local machine. So if you haven't done so already, so you need to head over to git-scm.com downloads to download the latest Git version. Yeah. So the reason why we need Git is because we have to interact with GitHub. We have to interact with GitHub repository. So GitHub is based on Git. That's why we have to use Git. But anyway, now let me explain a little bit like how this whole thing actually work. So after having a GitHub account, so you will need to create an empty GitHub repository. So you will contain your like static files in that repository, right? And so you will use Git to push your static files to your GitHub repository. Then you have to link your GitHub repository to your Netlify account. Yeah. Then anytime you make changes to your GitHub repository or to your files, and you push them again to GitHub, then the continuous deployment and continuous integration feature from Netlify will detect your changes spontaneously. Yeah. Then your changes and files will be served on the web in no time. There is no delay, nothing. So any changes made are on the web live right away. Yeah. So it's really amazing. So I will demonstrate in the end of the video how this whole thing actually really working well or something like that. Okay. Now let's get started. So head over to github.com to sign in. Okay, I already signed in. I'm gonna go ahead to my profile. So after logging into GitHub account, so you will need to create a new repository. So go click new repository, and you can give a name, whatever name you want. Then you can give a description. You can of course also make this repository private. Okay, you don't have to initialize this repository with a README file. So if you don't want to, okay, then you can just click create repository. I'm not gonna do that because before doing this tutorial, I created a repository already. So I'm gonna just head over back to my profile page. Okay, I created a repository called Netlify Hosting Static. Okay, so here are some like instructions. So basically, GitHub is just telling you that you have to push your static files from your local machine to GitHub. Yeah. So with that being said, let me show you guys the file that we'll be working with today. So here you see I have a local folder called Netlify hosting, and we have some CSS files and HTML files, and also we have some images. Okay, as you can see, these are pure static, nothing dynamic. Okay, good. So let me open this up for you guys and just show you guys how this actually looks like. As you can see, this is actually my old resume. So when the first time I learned like HTML, CSS, I sort of developed this, static site to display my experiences, my education, or something like that. Okay, so these are the files that we'll be pushing to GitHub tonight, and then we'll use Netlify to serve these static files. Yeah, so let me go ahead and head over to my terminal. So after installing Git, you have to cd to your local directory. I mean, where you have your static files. Yeah. So your path might be different because I have a path like this. Okay, I'm in my directory right now. So as you can see, Netlify hosting. Okay, good. So in order to use Git to push your files to GitHub, you have to first instantiate Git in your local directory. So we can say Git init. Good. Now it says initialized empty Git repository. Okay, perfect. Now we can just check the status of each file. It says no commits yet. Of course, we haven't done any commits yet. And it says there are some untracked files. That because these are files that are not tracked by Git. Not because we haven't actually added this file to Git in order to track them. So now let's add these files. In order for Git to track them, we can say git add space dot. Dot means add all files. Okay, we want to add all files to track them. Okay, git add. Okay, perfect. Nothing will happen. Then we have to commit the changes for the first time. We can say git commit -m. Then we can give a nice little message here, just give you information what you did with this change. So we can say first Netlify try. Okay, good. Then hit enter. Okay, now your changes are committed. Good. Now head over to my browser and GitHub. It says here we have to add this remote origin from GitHub in order to link your GitHub repository to your local Git directory. Yeah. So now let me just copy this to add a remote origin from GitHub. Paste this. Enter. Good. Nothing will happen. Now we kind of like did everything. We commit our changes. We also add a remote origin. Now we can push these changes to GitHub. We can say git push -u origin master. Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. It says branch master set up to track remote branch master from origin. Now, okay. Now you've successfully pushed your files to GitHub repository. Let's go ahead and refresh the page. Okay, now perfect. Now you should say all your files are in your GitHub repository now. Okay, good, perfect. Now you sort of kind of like finished with the GitHub part, and now let me go ahead to show you guys how to link your Netlify with your GitHub repository. Yeah, good, perfect. So head over to netlify.com and click login. So then you can log in with your GitHub account. Okay, perfect. As you can see here, I have lots of websites here. These are all my personal websites I host with Netlify. Actually, my own website, frankzu.co, is also hosted under Netlify. Yeah, of course, actually, these are It's all for free, yeah, so it doesn't cost you anything. So perfect. Then head over back to my dashboard. Now, after you log into Netlify, in order to host your static website, you have to click New Site from Git. Then you have to use continuous deployment. Then Netlify is going to ask you, what kind of Git provider are you using? Yeah, of course, our source code is hosted in our Netlify hosting static repository. Yeah, good. Now we have to click GitHub. Then you have to authorize Netlify to use your GitHub account. Perfect. Now we can just search after you authorizing Netlify to use your GitHub app, you can search your repository name here. So Netlify. Good. So you can see Netlify hosting static. Now click this. So this will be linking your Netlify account with your Netlify hosting static GitHub repository. Yeah. Click this. Okay, branch to deploy. So you want to deploy your master because in your GitHub repository you only have master now, so you don't have any other branch. So now just leave blank here, so you don't have to do anything here. So build command, that's only for websites that are generated with a static site generator. Yeah. So in our case, we haven't used any static site generator, so we don't have to do that. Then publish directory. So this also should be blank because all your files is already in your root directory. Yeah. So Netlify is gonna go ahead and look for your index.html. Yeah. Yeah. By the way, something important here. So anytime you push your static files to a GitHub repository, making sure your index.html is in the root directory. Yeah. So it's not in the images, it's not in the HTML, or not in the CSS. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now we just click the deploy site. Okay. Now Netlify is building your website and serving your website on the web. Wait for a few seconds. Your website will be live and on the internet. You can refresh the page, of course. Okay, perfect. So when your website is deployed, Netlify is giving you this weird a name like a suspicious stone breaker. Okay, anyway, so you can click this link to visit your website. Okay, perfect. Now, so your website is hosted under netlify.com completely for free. Yeah, okay, good. So let me show you, you can see this, it's loading very fast, and yeah, it's loading kind of slow. It's because my internet is very slow. Okay, home, resume, let's chat. Now let me show you guys. So if you make any changes to your site, so how would Netlify react to your changes? Yeah. So like I said, it's almost spontaneous, but in order to demonstrate that, let me go ahead to my text editor, and we can actually try to modify something here. So we can actually try to modify, for example, we can change the name of the site to just say Netlify. Instead of just say my Netlify website. Good. Save this. Good. Now, so since we did some modifications, we have to push these changes to our GitHub repository again. Yeah. So head over to my terminal, clear this, making sure we're still in the same directory. Okay, good. Now I can say git status. Okay, it says modified index.html because we have just changed this font here. Good. Now we can say, now we have to add these changes. We can say git add all space dot. We commit our change. We can say git commit dash m. Now we can give a message here. We can say index change. Okay, good, perfect. Now after committing the changes, we can push our changes to our GitHub repository. We can say git push -u origin master. Okay, perfect. Now head over to the browser and see the GitHub page. Refresh again. Okay, it says 28 seconds, 31 seconds because we just made a change. Now let's head back to my website. Okay, as you can see, my Netlify website. Yeah, okay, good. So the change happens very quick, spontaneous, very quick. Okay. So let's try to change another thing again. So maybe we want to modify the name here. Maybe we can change this name to Frank Du instead of my middle name. Then go back to terminal again. We can get status. Good. We can add change. Git add space dot git commit. Hello. Changed again. Good. Then git push -u origin master. Perfect. Head over back and refresh again. Maybe it's gonna take a while. Maybe not. 30 seconds ago. It should be enough. Okay, now you see, so it's not Frank HJ Do anymore. Now it's Frank Do. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed Netlify. Netlify is amazing when it comes to hosting your static website. As you can see, it's very fast and it's all for free. So if you notice, we don't actually have a custom domain. So in the next episode, I'm going to show you guys how to add a custom domain, for your Netlify hosted website. Okay. Till then, take care. Bye.